राइट दिसतंय पाच हॅलो okay so physical quantities are divided into two types which are that fundamental quantities and derived quantities on that day we are learned regarding the two different types of physical quantities scalar and vector. Physical quantities are divided into scalar and vector on what basis? On the basis of magnitude and direction. Like that, physical quantities are again divided into two different types. On what basis? On the basis of whether that physical quantity is independent or not. The physical quantities which are independent means to obtain the value of their units, we did not need to do the calculation between other physical units of other physical quantities. In that time, that such type of physical quantities are called as fundamental quantities. The value of the units of the fundamental quantity, it is fixed by the scientists, and there are 7 fundamental quantities. कितने होते हैं बच्चों? 7. Which are that? Mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. And luminous intensity कौन से बच्चों? Mass, length, distance means length. Distance क्या होता है बच्चों? Length ही होता है ना, one type of. Clear? Again I will write it here. Distance जो हम बोलते हैं, that is nothing but it is a one type of length only. So here examples of fundamental quantities: mass, length, time, temperature, then electric current, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These are the 7 fundamental quantities. What do you mean by fundamental quantities? Fundamental quantities are the quantities to obtain the value of their units. We did not do the calculation. We did not need to do the calculation between units of other physical quantities. The value of SI or CGS unit of the fundamental quantities, it is fixed by the scientist, right? ये fundamental quantity होते हैं. Derive मतलब derive word का meaning ही क्या है? By doing this calculation between other. Clear? So derived quantities are depend on the other fundamental quantities. The value of units of derived quantities, to obtain the value of units of derived quantity, we have to do calculation between units of other fundamental quantity or physical quantities. For example, weight, velocity, क्या है ये? Displacement को मतलब displacement शेयर बच्चों. Velocity, acceleration, force, torque, speed. For example, displacement नहीं है. Speed is equal to what? Distance divided by time. Clear? Distance क्या होता है बच्चों? It is nothing but it is one type of length. Clear? Divided by time. So when we want to obtain the value of speed, then we have to do the calculation between length, which is a fundamental quantity, divided by time. It is also fundamental quantity. Like that. Velocity. Why velocity is called as a derived quantity? Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. As I told you, displacement derived नहीं है बच्चों. Displacement क्या होता है? Displacement is nothing. It is also one type of length divided by time. Divided by time. ये दो फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटी में हम लोग जब कैलकुलेशन करते हैं, then that time we get the value of velocity. So that's why velocity is also derived quantity. Acceleration. Acceleration is equal to, why acceleration is derived quantity? Acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. As we does the calculation between these physical quantity, then that time we get the value of this. Force, F is equal to EMA, mass into acceleration. ये दो physical quantity में जब हम लोग calculation करते हैं, then that time we get the value of force. So that's why force is a derived quantity. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि आपको ये समझ में आ गया होगा बच्चों. Did you understand the difference between fundamental and derived quantity? Part clear हो गया? Now, बच्चों हम लोग देखेंगे rules to write, rules how to write the unit. बच्चों हम लोग जो यूनिट लिखते हैं वो यूनिट्स लिखने के भी सर्टेन रूल्स है, राइट? ये 9th स्टैंडर्ड के लिए हम लोग मेंशन करेंगे हाउ टू राइट द यूनिट्स. यूनिट्स के बारे में बच्चों always keep in mind the units which are named after a person. When we write it into short form, then always we have to mention that single letter in capital form, uppercase. If we will mention its full form, for example, Newton. अगर न्यूटन हम लोग full form में लिखना चाहते हैं as a unit, then we have to mention it in lower case. मतलब सभी लेटर कैसे निकालना है हमें? छोटे, small. सो बच्चों इसके कुछ रूल्स है. अगर सिंगल लेटर लिखते हैं तो कैपिटल में लिखना है एन, और लेटर अगर लिखना है तो स्मॉल. यूनिट्स कभी भी प्लूरल फॉर्म में नहीं लिखना है. जैसे कि 100 मीटर्स, यस मत लगाओ उसको, 100 मीटर ही लिखना है, 100 मीटर ही लिखना है बच्चों. So boys and girls, what are the rules to write the units? Number 1, always, all the time, symbol of unit of physical quantity if mentioned in its short form, then write it in uppercase. that is capital. Form. Example: Newton, Joule, clear? Mention in its short form. Mention in its short form. Mention in its short form. लेकिन यूनिट कैसा चाहिए? As I mentioned, name after a person. ये important है बच्चों. Then always write in uppercase. ये करेक्ट है. एग्जाम्पल: न्यूटन, जूल. क्लियर? देन symbol of units of physical quantities. If mention in its short form, लेकिन यूनिट कैसा होता है? नेम आफ्टर अ पर्सन, which is named after a person. अब ये शॉर्ट फॉर्म यहां पर लिखा, यहां पर हमें कैसा लिखना है? फुल फॉर्म में. कैसा लिखना है बच्चों? फुल फॉर्म में अगर मेंशन करना है. ऊपर वाला कौन सा था? शॉर्ट फॉर्म. नाउ हमें वही यूनिट फुल फॉर्म में लिखना है, which is mentioned or which is named after a person. Then always write in uppercase. Then always write in uppercase. ये अपर केस में था, तो ये हमें क्या मेंशन करना पड़ेगा? डिलिबरेटली आई एम डूइंग दिस. यहाँ पर शॉर्ट फॉर्म, यहाँ पर फुल फॉर्म, यहाँ पर अपर केस, तो यहाँ पर क्या आएगा बच्चों? लोअर केस. क्या आएगा? लोअर केस. हियर एग्जांपल, सेम यूनिट न्यूटन, फुल फॉर्म में लिखना है. n छोटा होगा और रिमेनिंग ऑल लेटर्स स्मॉल. क्लियर? अंडरलाइन नहीं करना. जूल फुल फॉर्म में लिखा, जूल, ऑल लेटर्स आर स्मॉल. क्लियर? कंबाइन यूनिट जो होते हैं बच्चों, units should be written units of or more physical quantities. Two or more physical quantity के से बने वाले the units which are made up of by units of two or more physical quantities. कैसे लिखना है? By keeping dot or distance in between them with their power. For example, unit of universal gravitational constant. Unit of universal gravitational constant. That is G. कौन सा यूनिट है? Yes, यूनिट. G. Yes, value of yes, यूनिट. तो उसका यूनिट कैसे लिखेंगे हम लोग? वैल्यू तो छोड़ो, वैल्यू कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे हम लोग? By doing the calculation between F is equal to G m1 into mass of m2 divided by square of the distance. So ये G कैसे मिलेगा हमको? By doing the calculation, bring this d square this side. So force into d square is equal to G m1 into em2. So therefore G is equal to force into square of the length which is present between the two objects divided by ये multiplication उधर जाने के बाद में division. This equation it is put forth by Sir Isaac Newton. Newton, what he said? Any two bodies which are present in the universe, they apply a force of attraction on each other, and the force of attraction which is present between any two bodies in the universe, it is directly proportional to the square of the. It is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance in between them. न्यूटन ने क्या कहा बच्चों? इस यूनिवर्स में कोई भी दो बॉडीज है, उसमें क्या होता है? फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन प्रेजेंट होता है, and the force of attraction which is present in between that any two bodies. Suppose we are having two bodies. This is body A and this is body B. Body A is pulling body B towards itself. At the same time, body B is pulling body A towards itself. दोनों एक दूसरे को पुल कर रहे हैं, तो दोनों में क्या है बच्चों? Force is present, and the force of attraction which is present in between any two bodies which are present in the universe, it is directly proportional to the product of their masses, and that force it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance which is present between them. ये जो distance है दोनों में, उसका कैसा है? Inversely proportional. So combining these two, force is directly proportional to the product of their masses m1 into m2 divided by d square. So therefore remove this, give the constant, that is universal gravitational constant G, force of attraction which is present in between any two bodies which are present in the universe, is equal to universal gravitational constant multiplied by mass of first body multiplied by mass of second body divided by square of the distance. Clear? So हमें वैल्यू प्राप्त करना है g की यूनिवर्सल रेशनल कांस्टेंट. अब उसका वैल्यू कैसे मिलेगा? This is the equation, right? D square, it is present at the denominator position when it is right side. Bring it left side. ये numerator हो जाएगा. So f into d square is equal to क्या बच गया बच्चों? What remain? Universal Gaussian constant into mass of first body into mass of second body. Bring this product of mass of first body into mass of second body, which is right position, to left side. तो denominator हो जाएगा वो. So G is equal to force present between the two bodies into square of the distance divided by m1 into m2. So we have to find out the value of SI unit of G. SI unit of G is equal to SI unit of G is equal to what is SI unit of force? Newton. What is SI unit of distance? Distance मतलब length. Length का SI unit क्या है बच्चों? मीटर. लेकिन ये length का मतलब distance का स्क्वायर मींस मीटर का स्क्वायर divided by mass into mass. SI unit of mass kilogram. SI unit of this another mass, that is also same kilogram. Kilogram into kilogram square. लेकिन बच्चों हमें कैसे लिखना है ये? SI unit of G is equal to Newton. Keep some distance, meter square. Now bring this kilogram into numerator position, then that time this plus 2 power will convert into minus 2. Keep some distance, kilogram minus. This is called as a composition unit. Clear? So ये कैसे लिखना है हमें? Newton meter square. Again give some distance, kilogram minus second power. Clear? ठीक है ना? तो ये कंपोजिट यूनिट लिखने के लिए ये रूल है बच्चों. क्लियर? ठीक है ना? ऑलवेज यूनिट जो लिखेंगे इस फॉर्म में नहीं लिखना है. वर्क राइट इन दिस फॉर्म. फॉर एग्जांपल when we write unit, should not write units should not write like meter per second, right? Should be written like ये यूनिट जो है मीटर, bring this numerator position seconds को. क्लियर? उसको कैसे लिखेंगे? माइनस फर्स्ट पावर. क्लियर? कैसे लिखना है इसको? सेम यूनिट. ऐसे मत लिखो. राइट इट लाइक दिस. क्लियर? इसको ऐसे लिखना है बच्चों. डोंट राइट लाइक दिस. ऐसा मत लिखो. राइट इट लाइक दिस. उसका पावर जो भी है समझो नीचे डिनोमिनेटर पोजीशन पे नहीं लिखना. राइट? ब्रिंग इट एट न्यूमरेटर पोजीशन एंड पॉजिटिव पावर है डिनोमिनेटर में तो वो नेगेटिव हो जाएगा, नीचे अगर नेगेटिव है तो ऊपर आने के बाद में पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा. सो मस्ट बी रिटन लाइक दिस. क्लियर? ठीक है बच्चों? हेलो. तो ये कुछ रूल्स है बच्चों. These are the certain rules to write the SI unit. और एक और है, मैंने बताया पहले, यूनिट को कभी भी प्लूरल फॉर्म में मत लिखो. डोंट राइट यूनिट इन प्लूरल फॉर्म. Units should not written in plural form. Example, should be written in singular form. Should be written in singular form. Example, अब ये 100 मीटर्स है. ये 100 मीटर्स ऐसा मत लिखो. Not like 100 मीटर्स. कैसे लिखना है? राइट इट. फुल फॉर्म में लिखा है 100 मीटर. 100 मीटर और 100 मीटर. शॉर्ट फॉर्म में अगर लिखा तो, फुल फॉर्म में लिखा तो ऐसे लिखो, शॉर्ट फॉर्म में लिखा तो ऐसे लिखो. देखिए, मीटर्स प्लूरल फॉर्म में नहीं लिखना है. लिखना है क्या बच्चों में? प्लूरल फॉर्म में यूनिट नहीं लिखना है. क्लियर? सो दीज आर द सर्टेन रूल्स which we have to follow while writing units of physical quantity. Units of physical quantities. ठीक है पार्थ? 7 बज रहे. We'll stop it here. Okay? Bye.